Dominguez, Rincon, and Acosta Villarroel navigate the complexities of the Sicilian defense Medellin attack fianchetto variation in this Subzonal 232 Medellin 2025 Absolut Round 9 showdown. On e4. On c5. Knight f3. Knight c6. Bishop b5 entered in Sicilian defense Medellin attack fianchetto variation. On g6. Bishop takes c6. On takes c6. On d3. Bishop g7. On h3. Knight f6. Bishop e3. On c4. Knight c3. Threatening pawn takes c4. On takes d3 played by Acosta Villarroel. On takes d3. King castled kingside. On d4. Queen a5. Threatening knight takes e4. King castled kingside played by Dominguez, Rincon. Knight d7. Queen d2. Queen h5. It is novelty move. Knight e2. Queen b5. Rook fc1. On e5. On a4. Threatening pawn takes b5. Queen a6 played by Acosta Villarroel. On b4. On takes d4. Knight takes d4. On c5. Threatening pawn takes d4. Pawn takes c5 played by Dominguez, Rincon. Knight e5. Knight b5. Dominguez, Rincon is aiming to play Bishop d4. Rook d8. Queen c3. Rook takes d4. Knight takes d4. Queen f6. Queen g3. Bishop h6. Knight c7, and secure a stronghold in the game. Queen c6 played by Acosta Villarroel. On f4 time to think, find the best continuation for Acosta Villarroel. Knight c4 is best move here because Rook takes c4. Bishop takes a1. On f5. Bishop e5. Bishop f4. On f6 still Acosta Villarroel is losing, shifting to the main variation. On f4. Threatening pawn takes e5. Knight d7 is not the best move played by Acosta Villarroel. On e5. Dominguez, Rincon is preparing to play Knight ed4. Queen d5. Knight c7. Queen e4. Knight takes a8 and take decisive advantage. On g5 played by Acosta Villarroel. Knight ed4. Threatening knight takes c6. Queen e4 played by Acosta Villarroel. Knight c3. Threatening knight takes e4. Queen g6 played by Acosta Villarroel. On f5. Threatening pawn takes g6. Queen h5 played by Acosta Villarroel. On f6. Threatening pawn takes g7. Bishop h6 played by Acosta Villarroel. Knight f3. Knight b8. Bishop takes g5. Bishop takes g5. Queen takes g5 check. Queen takes g5. Knight takes g5. Knight d7. Knight d5. Knight takes e5. Knight e7 check. King h8. Rook e1. Threatening rook takes e5. Knight g6 played by Acosta Villarroel. Rook ab1. Stop here and find the strongest move for Acosta Villarroel. On h6 is logical continuation as Knight e4, King h7, Knight d6, Bishop e6, Rook takes b7, Knight f4. Still Acosta Villarroel is losing, shifting to the main game. Rook ab1, Knight f4. Take a moment to spot the best move for Dominguez Rincon. Rook b4 is the right idea because Knight h5, Rook f1, Bishop e6, Rook h4, Knight takes f6, Rook takes f6. Dominguez Rincon have small advantage, shifting to the main game. Knight f4 is not the best move played by Acosta Villarroel. Rook e4 is not the best move played by Dominguez Rincon. Threatening rook takes f4. Knight g6 played by Acosta Villarroel. Rook bb4. Stop here and find the strongest move for Acosta Villarroel. On h6 is the correct move because Knight takes g6 check. On takes g6. Rook h4. On h5. Rook hf4. On b6. Still Acosta Villarroel is losing, shifting to the main variation. Rook bb4. Dominguez Rincon considers playing Knight takes f7 check. Rook takes f7. Knight takes g6 check. On takes g6. Rook e8 check. Rook f8. Rook takes f8 check. King h7. Rook h4 mate and put immense pressure on the opponent. On a5 is a critical mistake played by Acosta Villarroel. Rook h4. Threatening rook takes h7 mate. Knight takes e7 played by Acosta Villarroel. Rook takes h7 check. King g8. Rook g7 check. A tough loss for Acosta Villarroel, who resigned under pressure.